ACT comes bundled with a variety of different fields for your contact, group, company, and opportunity layouts. But sometimes you need to create your own custom field. So in this video, I want to show you how to create a custom field that is also a calculated field. To begin, I'll go to my contacts area and I'll look at the detail view for one of my contacts. From the detail view, I'm going to go to the personal info tab down below. Now notice that we already have a birthday field on this layout, but what if I wanted to create an additional field somewhere underneath here that automatically computes this contact's age for me? This is easy to do in ACT. I'm going to create a calculated field that works with the birthday field, which is a time-related field. So to begin, let's go to the Tools menu at the top, and I'll choose Define Fields. This opens up the Define Fields window, and so the first thing I need to make sure I'm doing is viewing fields for contacts. Then I'll click the Create New Field option in the left column. Now let's name this field Age. In the Data Type dropdown, I'm going to choose a calculated field because I want ACT to do the math automatically for me. Notice that when I choose the calculated field type, ACT will gray out all of the behavior options below. And that's because this is going to be a read-only field. So now I'll click Next. Now I need to decide what type of calculated field is this going to be. I have two choices here, numeric and date. And since my calculation will be based upon the birthday field, which is a date field, I'm going to choose date. Once I make that selection, ACT populates a few other choices for me on this screen. First, let's select the field from which our new age field will calculate. I'm going to choose the birth date field. Now let's choose the formula. The one that makes the most sense here for age is years since date to today, because this is going to compute a number of years since the date from the birth date field until today. That's a pretty simple calculation, so now all I have to do is click Finish. And now the age calculated field shows up in my list of contact fields. Notice to the left of it, there's a little lock icon. This reminds me that this field is designated as a read-only field, so you cannot edit the contents of the field since ACT has been instructed to make it a calculated field only. And that's all I need to do here, so let's close the Define Fields window. At this point, ACT notices that I've created a new field for the contacts table, and so it asks me if I want to edit my contact layout now. And that's exactly what I want to do next, so I'm going to click Yes. This will open the Contact Layout Designer, and before I do anything else, I want to make sure that this window is maximized so that I can see everything without scrolling around too much. Okay, now this is where I can add my new age field to my contact layout. So let's start by going to the Personal Info tab, since that's where I want to add the field. I want to add the age field right here beneath Spouse. So in the toolbox area on the left, I'm going to simply click and drag the Field button to my layout, and I'll drop it right here beneath Spouse. It doesn't need to be precise where I drop it because I'm going to line it up in just a little bit. But this pops open the Select Field window. So from here, I'm going to choose Age to highlight it. And I also want to add a label that says age next to the field, so I'm going to make sure that the Include Label box is checked. And now I can click the Add button. The age field now shows up beneath Spouse, and at this point I can click and drag the label and the field to wherever I want it to exist. At this point, I would also spend a little bit of time changing the fonts, the colors, and even the alignments, so that they match the ones around it. But for this video, I'm just going to skip those steps. Once you're satisfied with the way your layout looks, just click the Save button at the top, and then go to the File menu and choose Exit. Okay, now we're looking at the detail view for a contact record again, and we can see that this age field now appears on the Personal tab as we've designed. To test it, all I really need to do is designate a birthday for this contact and then click Save. So I'm going to say January 1st, 1980, and then I'll click Save. And here we can see that ACT computes the person's age in the age field automatically.